Hey everybody, welcome back. Paisley Imperfect with another Make a Plan Monday. We are almost halfway through the year. We are finishing up May this week and getting started on June with Doctrine and Covenants sections 51 through 57. So already we know we have 7 sections of the Doctrine and Covenants to look at this week. Let's see what else we've got. As we scroll down here a bit, there is an old talk from 1977. I'm kind of looking forward to this, from President Kimball, called Welfare Services, the Gospel in Action. I don't know if it's actually a talk. Actually, I do. It's right here. It is. It'll be a talk given by President Kimball back in 1977. I'm looking forward to that. He's got some really good stuff around that time frame, so that'll be a good listen. And that is the longest thing that we have this week. It's 26 minutes, just over 26 minutes long. So that one's going to be a bit long, and I saved it until last, so that'll be Saturday night. Then there's also this video, the law of consecration. I'm not sure why the image isn't popping up on here, but you can also see that video is about 5 minutes long. Most of the stuff isn't very long. We're going to average about 15 minutes a day. There are 2 days that will go over 15 minutes, but the rest of them pretty close to 15 minutes. Anyway, okay. So we have welfare services, the gospel in action. We have the law of consecration. As we scroll down, there is walk in God's light, which if you didn't listen to that last week, it's a great listen, or I think it's a text to speech. Actually, it's a better read for the Strength of Youth booklet. There's also a talk here, Deceive Me Not, by Elder Stevenson. And then there's a hymn and some gospel library topics and questions if you want to look at those. The only thing that made it into the checklist of all of this stuff right here is the Deceive Me Not by Elder Stevenson. Moving along, there is this chapter right here. This is chapter 12 in the Saints book, volume 1, and we've already done that book. We've already done that chapter in that book, so I did not put that on the checklist. Also, a bishop unto the church, that's from Revelations in Context, and we've already done that one as well, so that one is not added to the list either. Moving along, we'll come back to people, places, and events. We're down into ideas for teaching children. There's a primary song, and then there's this video right here, The Knights and Others Gather to Zion. And that's it. Okay, so if we go back up to people, places, and events. Did I pass it already? Sorry, I looked over at my list for half a second right here. If we go over to people, places, and events, it's still not linked, but it takes us here. And we've got Revelations in Context. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, but 2 of them we've already done. The Journey of the Colesville Branch we did with section 26, and then a bishop unto the church we did with section 41. So the only 2 that made it on the list this week are the Center Place and Ezra Booth and Isaac Morley for sections 52 and 57. Again, we've already done chapter 12, so I did not put that back on the list. And then there's a whole bunch of people if you want to look into those people as well. And then there's some source documents here at the end too. Okay, so what does our list look like? Excuse me, it looks like this. Sorry. Monday, sections 51 and 52, and the Knights and Others Gather to Zion. That's the children's video down towards the bottom. 15 and a half minutes. Tuesday, section 53, and Revelations in Context, the Center Place. When we looked at that just a second ago, the Center Place, it goes with sections 52, 57, 58. But to do that one with section 52 would have made Monday really long. So I split that and moved it here with section 53 instead. So section 53 and the Center Place, and that's 15 minutes and 12 seconds. Wednesday, sections 54, 55, 56, and the video, the Law of Consecration. And Wednesday is the same as Tuesday at 15 minutes, 12 seconds. Then on Thursday, we're looking at section 57 and the Revelations in Context, Ezra Booth and Isaac Morley. And those 2 put together comes to 18 minutes and 9 seconds. So 3 minutes longer than any of these 3 days. Friday, 15 minutes and 14 seconds with Elder Stevenson's Deceive Me Not. And last but not least, that talk I'm looking forward to from President Kimball, Welfare Services, the Gospel in Action. 26 minutes and 9 seconds. So that one's kind of a doozy. And just, I guess, just kind of a quick personal story with President Kimball. I don't remember what day or what year he died. I guess I could have looked it up. I just am remembering this as I'm recording this. But I remember that I was very young and I was living in Utah, and the prophet's funeral was televised back then. I don't know what they'll do with President Nelson, but hopefully we won't have to find that out anytime soon. But with President Kimball, I remember his funeral was televised, and I remember my mom turned it on the TV, and I just sat there and cried the whole time. And I remember her looking at me and saying, "Why are you crying?" And I just said, "Because the prophet died." Guys, I could not have been more than 5 years old. We moved out of that house when I was 8. So I could not have been more than 5 or 6 years old back then. But I remember being so sad that President Kimball had died. And I don't even know why. Just in my tiny little child brain, the prophet died. And so it was sad and I needed to cry. And so I did. Anyway. All right. Thank you guys so much for being here. 15 minutes is doable, right? We can do this. I appreciate your time. And until next time, thanks everybody.